Hey, welcome back to the homestead. I'm Jacob from Sustainably Yours, and we're about to talk some shed wars. I finally have a break in the rain that coincides with time off of work. I don't have time off of work, it's just in the afternoon. I got off of work and came home, and so we are gonna work on some garden stuff. I've already got a few things transplanted into the garden. These are Arkansas Traveler tomatoes. Yeah, they're looking a little weak. I need to get some water on them. Maybe a little bit of fertilizer. That's something we're going to work on today. Some beefsteak tomatoes here, and these didn't look good when I transplanted them. They were a little wilty, and I'm not sure that any of these are going to make it. Here we have a row of 12 Roma tomatoes. I think a little bit of water, and these are going to do all right. And then we have some jalapeno peppers. The first 12 plants are, I think they're Tam jalapeno, so the smaller ones. And then the last 12 down there are the grande jalapenos. And finally, I've got a row of, I think I've got about 12 California Wonder bell peppers. Chicken's got a hold of one of them, but I think it's gonna come back. These need a little water too. I'm figuring out that my soil out here is not gonna be awesome. It's been, I don't know, about 3 days since the last rain that we got. You can see that there's still some moisture around. Here's a little bit of mud, but a lot of this is hard. It hardens pretty quickly. So the ground is not going to be the greatest. It's going to take some work. Probably several years worth of work before it gets to the point where I want it to be, but that's all part of the fun, right? With what daylight that I have left, I'm going to try and get some seeds in the ground. Let's see what we have. We've got some squash, some butternut squash, some peas, got some beans, some green beans, some pumpkins, some more green beans, some more pumpkins there. I've got some corn here. This is some kind of popcorn. I cannot remember the variety. I got it from Baker Creek 2 or 3 years ago. I grew these last year in some pretty poor soil. I planted them late. I was lucky to get anything out of it. So I decided to just keep what I had and put them in the ground this year. We'll see if we can grow some more. And sunflower seeds. These sunflower seeds were grown, I think I grew these 2 or 3 years ago. There's a video. My little homestead helper, she was just a little bitty thing, and she was helping me with these. I've had them in the freezer. I did a germination test, and they germinated really well, so we're going to go ahead and put these in the ground too. And while I'm out here, I'm going to mix a little bit of this Alaska Fish Fertilizer 511. It is for organic use. And we're gonna try and fix up some of these sad tomato plants. But before I try planting any of these seeds, I'm gonna have to bust this dirt up again. All right, I just ran the tiller through it, and I mean, it looks a lot better. But as soon as we get a rain, it's gonna be back to this. We're gonna start with some early straight neck squash. Just need to get my bed ready here. For my squash, I like to make mounds that are about 3 feet by 3 feet square. And then I'll plant 3 or 4 seeds in each box. So let's pull the dirt up around here. All right. Here is our mound. This is where we're gonna plant some squishy seeds. It's okay if they do that because they didn't know that. You ready to plant some squishy seeds? Yeah. Ooh, I got a tick crawling on me, little footy. Ah, get it. It's on. All right, these straight neck squash that I got from Crossman Seed, this pack had about 65 or so seeds in it. Not bad, not a bad deal. I forget what I paid for those. I'll try and pop it up on the screen here. But it wasn't bad.
Like, do you like squash?
Yeah.
Squash is really good.
We got like 3 different kinds of squash this
What?
year.
What?
Yeah.
But they're all green on the package.
Well, we have some yellow squash and some green squash. I even got some white squash that's flat.
Wait.
All right, you ready to plant some?
There's flat squash?
All right, I want you to put 2 seeds in each hole. There you go. Spread them out a little bit. You dropped one on your dress there. Ow.
2.
Uh-oh. There you go. Nice. One more spot right here.
Oh, that's a lot.
Ooh. Can we put them in there? Oh. Oh no, you spilled them. We gotta pick them all up.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's even okay if you get a little bit of dirt in there. We're gonna use all of them, right? Get them all?
Yeah.
All right. Now let's cover these up.
Okay, I'll just use the seed because it was already out.
There we go. You wanna cover this one?
Yeah.
There we go. You slapping my hand.
On purpose.
What? Hey now. Good job. Now then, we'll make another mound. In the evening and I'm starting to lose light. I don't think my camera's gonna hold up, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. So far I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 squares of yellow straight neck squash planted. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this line out. I'm gonna keep working even though I'm turning the camera off. Here's the thing, if I have to give some advice, so taking a look at my garden, what I've got right now, it's going to be a tough year. This year in the garden is going to be rough. And I say that just looking at the soil and the condition of it and the grass that I'm going to have to fight, all the weeds. The thought of finding a way to get water up here, it's going to be a tough year. But you got to start somewhere, right? And you got to start sometime. What better place than here? What better time than now? And as I'm working, I'm doing my best to kind of pull out all of the grass and rocks and things, because every little bit helps. Everything that I do, every piece of grass that I pull out of here, am I getting rid of all the grass? No, it's gonna be back for sure. It's gonna be back like next week, but it's gonna be a little thinner. And if I do it again, it's gonna come back a little thinner. And eventually, some years down the road maybe, I'm gonna end up with a garden that I can be proud of. It's gonna take less work. So yeah, if you're looking at your place right now and you're thinking, man, I don't see how this is ever gonna turn into a garden or a farm or whatever you're doing, just understand, you gotta start somewhere and build from that point. And eventually your work will pay off. From the looks of things this year, I hope I can just get somewhat of a crop. It's going to take a lot of extra work and extra fertilizing and things like that I haven't had to do in the past, especially with the ground the way it is. But here in Arkansas, you go out to some very high yield, like cotton fields and corn fields. This is what the ground looks like. They're still able to grow because they add the nutrients that they need. They make sure everything is watered. So I'm just gonna continue to put in the hard work this year, and hopefully next year it'll be a little less work, and the year after that, a little less still. But like I said earlier, that's the fun part, right? I enjoy it. I mean, I love getting my hands in the dirt. I don't know what it is about having my hands in the dirt, but it just kind of takes my mind off somewhere else, and I'm able to completely relax. I love it. It's awesome. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If so, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Leave us a thoughtful comment, and if you're interested in following along as we continue to try and turn our home into a homestead, then be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when to be back for more daily, sustainable living.